the overtime. It looked like you had him played perfectly and maybe just a little bit too aggressive.
I thought we had it played perfectly. I thought our guys played their asses off. Every one of them that stepped in the game, every one of them played their ass off. And I'm proud of them for that. Very proud of them. We fought. We deserved that one. There were a lot of breaks in that game that didn't go our way, a lot of them.
Other questions, please. Tony.
Nate, I know a lot of breaks you said didn't go your way this game, but 0-3 this season against the Wizards. What's so challenging for you guys about beating that team specifically?
Well, I tell you, we're going through some different lineups and different things out there in the game. They're good. They're good and we're good. They really push that thing in transition, and Westbrook and Beal are hard to handle, and they got very, very good players all around them. We'll get another crack at them. Our guys, I like the way that we played. We played basketball the right way. They were sharing it the entire night, fighting and trying to do their best on the defensive end and talking. I'm proud of them.
Pat.
I know it comes in a loss, but tonight and really more often than not lately, Karis has been terrific for you, especially down the stretch. Can you speak from a coach's perspective what you're seeing from him late in games?
Yeah, he's got a lot of confidence. Wants the basketball in his hands. Him and Domas in the middle of the floor there is a good combination. The rest of the guys are doing a good job of spacing, screening for him, cutting for him. I thought our cuts, our slot cuts and basket cuts during the course of the game were very good. And, they're late. Karis can get to the foul line. He can make plays. Thought we made a lot of right plays tonight.
Scott Agnes.
Nate, the vibe, the energy, even just from the bench, seems to be much different over the last two games. What do you attribute that to?
But everybody just sticking together. This team wants to perform well. They really do. They care. They have a very high care factor. And it's fun to be a part of. They do. They even when they're on the bench, like you said, they're cheering for the next guy, and they know they can get their name or number called at any second to get back in that game. They can sit for a while, and they know they have to stay mentally ready. So they're charging their team. They're charging themselves. It's just about the readiness and the togetherness.
Scott, do you have another question?
I do. Yeah, Nate. As strategically over these last two, have you also tried to simplify what you guys are doing out there?
Yeah, I would say my answer to that is just to simplify it into, playing the game the right way. Because when we do that, when anybody does that, it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to be a part of, and the guys, they feed off each other. It's again, by making the extra pass, sharing the basketball, spacing, cutting for a teammate, on defense, covering for the next man. If we get beat in one area, the next guy to rotate over. That was a hard fought, overtime game, and we've been pretty good in overtime, and our guys were good again tonight in overtime, and we deserved it. We just didn't get it.
Do you get a sense that even in a loss like this, if the energy level and the togetherness are at this level for the final 5 games, that you're going to be pleased with how you close out the regular season?
No question to see your team play like that, to be a part of that, to play for each other. Absolutely. Take that every night, and you're going to win more of those than you lose.
Any other questions for Coach? Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being on. Thank you.
defensive play?
Yeah, you know, Russ had it ISO'd on Justin, right wing. I tried to make a play, make it tough for him to shoot it. Ref called a foul. I didn't see it. Happens.
Other questions, please. Let's keep this going. Mike, Briscoe, go ahead.
Hey, Karis, you, Domas, and Russ were all stuff in the stat sheet tonight. For Russ, obviously, it was his 181st triple-double, tied Oscar Robertson. Just what's your thoughts on that milestone and just going up against a guy like that every night?
Yeah, he played great, especially with Bill out late in the game. They looked to him to make plays, and he made plays late. Congrats to him on the award.
Scott.
Curious, what have you seen or felt from your guys these last couple of games in which feels as though vibe, the energy level, everything is much different than it was maybe a week ago?
Yeah, we're fighting for each other. And that's good to see, especially around this time. We're fighting for something. We're trying to, play postseason. So we got to keep that up. Last couple games are going to be tough, with our opponents coming up. But I think we'll be fine. We play the way we've been playing.
Tony, go ahead.
Karis, you guys played much better tonight, obviously, but 0-3 against the Wizards this season. Why do you feel like you guys have struggled against them this year?
First two games were tough. We didn't play great defense tonight. We felt like we did everything right down to the last couple of plays. So we're still fighting. We're still fighting to get better. We got to watch the film on this one, but they're a good team. We feel like we're a good team as well. So I think we'll probably see them pretty soon. Play in. So we're familiar with them.
Karis, what's the emotional balance after a game like this? I'm sure it's heartbreaking. You feel like you should have had it, but on the same token, a lot of things I think to like, and Coach Bjorken spoke to a lot of positives in the process of tonight.
Yeah, we fought. Like you guys have been saying, we fought hard all night. Sometimes in basketball, you feel like, you do everything right and you should win, and it doesn't happen. But I think we'll definitely reap the benefits of this down the line. And, hopefully we'll get it back on the back end.
Scott.
Do you feel like you're now at a point where you have settled in, like we've been discussing, and kind of hitting your stride at the right time? You're playing heavy minutes, also producing.
Yeah, I think so. The coaches and my teammates look to me for making big plays down the stretch and things like that. So I feel like my body is turning that corner right now at the right time for sure.
Any other questions for Karis tonight? Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
a hard-fought one. I'm sure you feel like that you should have had it, but a lot to like probably in the process too.
Yeah, it obviously sucks to lose a game like that at the end. But yeah, it was a fun game. I felt like we fought, we played team basketball, and we just had good emotions and good vibes out there. So I think that's the most important thing right now for us.
Other questions, please. Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, Domas, to that last point, the good vibes. It's been there the last couple of games. Did something specific, a meeting, was that emphasized by anyone in particular? What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. After everything that happened, everything everyone saw, we just want to go out there, and be aggressive. Play for each other. We know we're fighting to play in that playing game. There's 5 games left now, and every game matters big time.
We also saw you pushed around and kind of grimacing a little bit. Did you kind of maybe re-aggravate the back? Is that what that was?
I hope not. I'll see when I wake up tomorrow morning.
Anything else tonight?
Yeah, it's Jay Michael. Can I hop in? Domas, is losing 3 games to the Wizards going forward, if you meet them in the play, do you learn anything despite this lack of success against them that you can take forward that potentially could be beneficial? Do you bring anything positive out of not just this loss, but the previous 2, on which you have to do to solve that puzzle?
Yeah, of course. Every game you learn more and more about them. I feel like every game, a thing that we were really bad at, we did better. And I think today we did better in all the things. We weren't as good last game. So I think it's good. Who knows how the standings are going to be, but we just got to keep working on our game and being better.
Any final questions tonight?
Oh, one other thing. Do you think you guys, when you said the things you guys were better on, it looks like your help defense, you, O'Shea, whomever, were better getting into those gaps, helping people out to stop shooters and stop drives? Do you feel like your communication, looks like you guys were in better sync, at least in this game, than what you were previously?
Yeah, transition D was big, last game, and I feel like we're better this game, even though they probably still scored a lot, but not as much. And we changed some of our scouting on personnel, and I feel like that really helped us.
Any final questions? Okay, thanks, Tomas.
Thanks, guys.